Thank you. Hello and welcome to session... I don't know, I legitimately don't know. Is it session 24 this time? It's a session of Dreamers of Kiriak. We are now third week into the casino. We've got Jordan and George and Stephanie and Aaron, and they jumped through a wizard portal and they're at the casino, the Silver Hearts Bay. And you guys communicated last time with your Goras's boss, and he was like, I'm trying to remember what the guy was like. Does anybody remember? You were early a week, several weeks, I think.
To see Goras, if you're talking about Goras' boss, yes.
Yes.
Very well. I assume the dude at the bar that we went to, that Goras was an old hangout.
Yep.
Crew, was very surprised to see Goras and seemed very tense in the room, but Goras did not notice or care at all. And he, boy, it has been a minute, hasn't it? I believe they were going to try and find the man we were looking for.
Yes, he sent some boys out to go try to
Yes.
find the dude who was like, the guy should be pretty obvious when you look at him. He dresses pretty flamboyantly. He's got like a feather cape or something. And like, he's not a guy you would just miss because like you weren't looking hard enough for him. And the dude, yes, he agreed to send out some guys to look on your behalf. And I believe that your boss told you that the guy that you're looking for has been here like a week at this time. They think it's likely. And I believe we left with 9 just eating at the buffet.
Generally.
Didn't you lose a couple of orphans?
Yes,
from
you
the
lost.
daycare center?
All the orphans ran away, yeah.
That was not last week, that was the week before.
I thought the week before you killed orphans.
No, that was the week before, the week before.
I think, that's a question.
In the recent past, all of Oshit's orphans just kind of vanished because they are collectively becoming king of the pirates.
Right.
We can use that to our advantage.
We are hemorrhaging orphans.
Yes. Solir seemed perfectly fine where he left them.
I feed them, do things with them.
And 9 got a set of armor. And it's better armor than he had. It looks kind of horrific, but I don't know that 9 cares too much.
Never.
And
They
I believe
the guy was familiar with the sleeps.
Yeah, the guy you're looking for is familiar with the dreaming. He has employed it or visited it in the past, and it was suggested that perhaps you use that to your advantage. And
Yes,
we established that Goras is still wearing his amulet of protection, and that pretty much all of you are still wearing them, correct?
Yeah, I don't think we had any reason to take him off.
Right.
We also learned that he was referred to as the spell general. Remember that?
Yes.
So we asked the president of magic about that, but said he had nothing to do with it.
He was mildly angry that you would deign to ask him such a question.
Yeah, far below him.
The next day, a message comes to... I'm going to roll to see who it comes to. It comes to Oshit for some reason.
That's weird.
Oshit, you receive a message on a platter. And the casino butler, because they have those, he delivers it to you and he says, "A message for you, ma'am." Hold on, where's my little... A message for you, madam.
I suppose I can't feign illiteracy, can I?
Are you literate? You live in a witch hut in the
It's
woods.
worked
Why
so
would you
well.
have reason to read things?
Good point. It's worked really well for other characters. I get out of doing a lot of things.
On the other hand, no, never mind. There is no other hand. I have no reason why you would know how to read.
I'll take
You need
it,
to be able to
but
read
I
the
hope he's not
mushrooms.
expecting a tip.
To read the mushrooms.
He says.
Wants more drugs.
Just standing outside
He
my door
scratches his
coughing.
nose. You're in the middle of the casino at this point.
Oh, I thought
I'm not
came to
letting
my
you get
room.
away out of it that easy.
No?
I mean, you could just walk away, but like, it'd be too easy to shut your door. You're in the middle of the casino. I don't know what you're eyeing the gnomes again, even though you've been politely asked to perhaps peruse the many quote unquote lovely brothels in the rest of, the port town, because you're costing them quite a fortune in doctors.
Venereal shrooms.
It's a very unfortunate condition.
It's not my fault.
It's completely your fault.
It's willful.
Says the butler.
Are any of these idiots nearby?
Are any of you idiots nearby?
I'm
No.
rolling dice if we have a free
Yeah, I'd
moment.
probably be at a table.
Yeah.
I don't know how close you would be. I don't know
Yeah.
how close Asha tends to be to you guys.
Goris at least would probably be making a big show of it, so you could
Right.
probably see Goris if you really wanted
Well, I'll
to.
shuffle over to them then and hand it to them.
Person one who can't read hands it to person two who can't read.
Perfect.
Lovely.
Yes.
The butler's still trailing behind you.
He's got it now. Cough at him.
I'm confused. Why are you handing me this?
I don't know what to do with it.
I can't read it.
Says the butler.
Can you read this to us? Is that a
Very
service
good,
you
sir.
can provide? Thank you.
I have arranged for a public presentation. Identify yourselves as monster hunters, and there is a good chance that this will provide you with an opportunity. There is an infinitesimal chance that he knows all already, and this will only paint a target on your backs. But I trust you can deal with it.
Thank you. Yes, and for your troubles and your discretion, of course. I've been whittling down this brick of sawdust for
Yep.
a long time
Did
now.
you just
So I think, yes, of course I did.
Nice.
I feel like I'm just gonna give him the last there's like a tenth of it left
Okay.
at this point. So
You
I'll
didn't
just-
keep track of them.
I've been just every time Taylor hasn't said how much I've given people, but I'm just kind of nudging off a little bit at a time. So
He scratches his mustache and then walks away.
all right. The sawdust is now your problem. the sawdust is in Osh's court now.
It was always his problem.
What do you do?
So we just. Oh, that's relatively straightforward. That's good. Let's get the others.
You understand that?
I mean,
I'm
it
not a
was-
monster hunter.
I didn't really understand it so much as I heard.
Maybe we should have kept it.
Yeah, I didn't really.
He
understand
did
why.
hand it to you.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's good. He did tell us, what to do and when ish.
Read it back to me
I can't.
from memory.
Present yourselves as monster hunters during the next public address. Definitely the very next public thing that
What is
happens.
a public address?
We're in public right now, aren't we?
Yeah,
And this place is at an address.
that's true.
Does
Do we just
Goras
go
understand that concept?
We just go stand outside and announce our presence.
That would make sense to me, yes, but I think we should get the others.
Yeah,
We have to
well, we
announce
all
it,
have
yes.
to. Okay.
I assume I know where Salir is.
Yes.
Because he's probably rolling dice too. So.
Well, yes, would make you orphans.
Yes, of course.
Yes. The orphans have received much gamble training.
Well, you can't trust the nannies here.
Yeah, no more wholesome upbringing than in a casino.
This is how gamble
First
dwarves
thing
are
they did was
born.
give me each a pair of daggers. Wait, that means if 10 left, he took my hand crossbow with him.
It was a girl.
she? How do you tell the lizards?
I have no idea.
Celia, do you know where the lizard is?
Last I knew, that was days ago. He was eating.
I doubt he's been eating for days.
Legend says he's still eating toast.
I
I know
mean,
for sure what 9 is then.
I imagine he does need a lot of calories. Got a lot of muscle to
He just
take care of. We could go see if he's still eating. He might still be eating. I mean, that's the last place we saw him. I don't know. Maybe we'll see lizard tracks leading away or something.
Slayer will take whatever tokens he has, like them into a bag, and
You require a sack at this point. They provided you one.
and
It's
I'm good.
it's like a giant Crown Royal bag.
You can make the orphans carry that. They're good for that.
No,
You're not putting them to good use.
I'm trying to teach them how to do things. You
That's
hand
what
other
I'm
people
saying.
your money. What sort of
They're
example
not
would I be
people, they're
setting?
orphans.
So we set off for the buffet.
Yes.
9, are you at the buffet? How are
Yes.
you doing there? You never go there.
I am at the buffet and I am thoroughly instructing with Gordon Ramsay-like efficiency how to make better hors d'oeuvres. Two
The
kitchen
poor-
staff that come out with hors d'oeuvres.
The poor kitchen staff who just unload food from a cart at the back of the casino are very tired, but they get paid the same no matter how much you yell at them, so they just kind of endure it. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, the eggs, sir, and the mayonnaise. Mm-hmm. Yes, the fish. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Do not question my mastery of snack foods.
Of course not, sir. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Go away.
Thank you, sir. He goes away, leaving the fish heads behind. Your allies approach.
How's the food?
Terrible.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I was gonna try some again, but if it's terrible today, then
Throw a fish head at him.
Can you make me an attack roll, please? It's an improvised object.
any fish damage or what?
17.
Does a 17 hit?
Oh yeah, easily. By 6.
Please. Deals 1 fish damage.
I don't know, my temp HP. The temp HP I think I got from
I used the food to
before.
destroy the
yes,
food.
exactly.
One of the
this
fish
food
head's
is
eyes
terrible.
looks at you, 9.
I feel like this fish was so terrible that it counteracted some of the food I ate before and actually removed the nutrition
No.
from my body.
It's a problem.
Yeah, it's not good. It's very dry, very salty.
I eat fish heads.
The fish heads are delicious. You can gain a d4 of temporary HP if you have none.
I already have 3. My
You
god.
could have more. Fish heads are even like triangular. It's like a sign or something.
I tried to flip that. I think I did by 1 axis.
Congratulations, you have 4 temporary HP.
Yay.
By your actions has 1 temporary hit point transferred to you. This is the law.
9 officially has a fish draining effect.
Conservation of temporary HP.
I have vampirism, but only for fish damage.
Can make a whole build out of that. Become a druid, it turns into fish.
Indeed. Ooh.
So you found 9.
Yes. I have gathered you all together here today, taking us from our normal daily activities, because Asha received this message, and I don't know what it said. Something about this address
I take it
today, and okay.
We have to stand outside and announce ourselves at the address.
Are we playing a game of telephone?
But what if the address he just made was the address?
No, the address on the building.
No, the address.
We are in public,
Yeah.
We have to go stand in public
relatively.
next to the address and announce ourselves as monster hunters. And there's an infant that will get killed.
What?
You said there's an infant that's gonna get killed. It was part of the thing. You're not here. Quiet.
Yes, I definitely.
The butler is just kind of watching you from the shadows.
Why is he still here?
Because you have drugs.
Not anymore.
He doesn't know
That's a problem
that.
for everybody now.
This butler is considerably thinner than your first day here.
Having finished the note, I just
Yeah.
toss it aside.
You just toss the notice out.
You don't
I
need it anymore.
mage hand it back.
Oh.
Telekinesis it back.
You grab it out of the air and haul it back. It is now floating in the air.
Yeah, I'm still not making much sense of this. I'm surprised Asha could read it, but here's Slayer.
I'll hang out to
Okay, thank
You just fold it and put away. Where would you like to read it?
that. No, I'm going to look at it to see what it actually says.
Okay.
I don't trust either one of these two.
It says
Why?
there will be a public address at which you should out yourselves as monster hunters, and it is likely that this will be beneficial to your cause, but there's also a slight chance that you may die if your target already knows what's going on. Yes, an infantile chance that
I see.
that your target may already know what's going on and you're just revealing your identities.
I'll hand it over to 9.
That's what it says, 9.
This is horribly vague.
Yes, I agree.
I don't
Where
know.
and when is the address?
The address is outside on the side of the building where it always is.
A backhand all shit.
Why?
Because
Please make me an armed tackle.
I'm waiting for the time he crit fails this.
16.
Does a 16 hit? Fortunately for him, we're not using critical fumbles.
Yes,
For that.
just barely.
9.
Can
9 damage.
Can I duck?
No,
You
were
tried.
taking
That's
the
what
dodge
your
action.
AC is.
AC is armor class, not ducking class.
See,
All their additions
time,
they had
every time you say
different
anything in the
ACs.
presence of him, you should dodge.
Just
always take the dodge.
If I
action.
preemptively
make sure you stay
dodge,
6 feet away from him at all times.
If I preemptively dodge because I know he's gonna hit me, can he hit me? At
If you
disadvantage?
tell me before he says he's going to do it that you're dodging,
Okay.
then he'll have disadvantage to hit you.
And you know what'll happen. He'll just wait till the next round and whack you. You're not paying attention.
The address will be outside on the balcony. I dodge.
Yes, you may do that.
It's just a safe assumption.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm I don't really trust those infinitesimally small small chances. I mean, I'm in your party and I'm the chosen one, and I'm the chosen one. I feel like those are pretty small chances, and that came true. So
No,
Good point.
there only needed to be one, and you're one. That's 100% chance.
well, yes, it's a 100% chance that I exist, but not that I'm.
Well,
in
there
this
you go.
group. I could have been in some other group. I could have been that butler.
Yes, sir.
Does he respond to that butler?
Yes, sir.
If only your babysitters had been disattended.
Yeah.
Should we kill him for spying?
Probably.
No, he's been very discreet. It's fine.
He's
I've
seen
been
the
paying him
message. He
extra
knows
to
too
be
much.
discreet.
Are you accusing me of unprofessionalism, sir? I have a form you can fill out in such a case.
I hate forms.
As do I, sir. Usually the worst part of the job.
So he wouldn't make you fill out a form if he was like actually spying. That would be ridiculous.
Completely
Nobody would wish that
ridiculous.
on their worst enemy. So
He was just saying it to throw us
Do you
off.
require the form, sir?
No, go away.
Thank you, sir. He leaves.
Where, when, and by who is this stupid address?
The paper says nothing of it.
It's outside, in public.
from a baby.
I duck. You're really slow.
I got thrown off by him also deserving a slap. So you,
You're not just gonna. It's turning into the Three
Clank
Stooges.
heads
No.
together.
it's gone from needing to hit somebody to face palm. Just Ask what's his crap the detail.
Ask who?
The one who sent the letter.
Oh, was the letter signed? I didn't.
The butler brought it.
No.
I did bring it.
He just put it as a message.
It was assigned your boss.
Oh.
Literally those words.
So it's your boss, Ashit. Who's your boss?
I'm not the boss. I'm self-employed.
The message came to you, though. So you sent it. When did you send it? How drunk were you
I
last?
brought it to you.
Well, if you brought it to me, then you're my boss?
Well,
No.
you handed it to him, so you brought it to him.
But you brought it to me.
But the butler brought it to me.
Yes.
So we need to
So
question
it's from
the
your
butler.
boss.
The butler's not my boss.
The captain.
No, he's not my boss. He's my captain. That's different.
Yes,
There are little quotation marks around boss.
But the butler didn't
He
bring it.
doesn't understand.
The butler didn't bring it to Goraz. The butler brought it to Asha.
You want to take a step
7
to the side
intelligence.
of the buffet table,
He's just gonna
grab
table
it,
all of us.
lift it, and table the three of
Are
them.
you going to legitimately try to table them?
Yes.
Please make me an athletics roll.
9.
You do not lift it. It is a big old solid oak table. You strain for a few seconds and it just barely budges.
I'm
You
just-
guys see 9 just turn around and grab the table and just nothing happens.
It's all you can eat, Nine. You don't have to take it with you.
There's a lot of snacks on this table.
There are fewer now. The fish head is definitely looking at you though.
No, snacks are dangerous and not in the usually good way. But the other
I'm
dangerous.
gonna shuffle over and spoon some food into my pocket.
What kind of food do you spoon into your bucket?
What's near?
Pudding.
Alongside the mushrooms that are probably already in there.
As
There
I
were
reach,
fewer mushrooms before you started.
As I reach in, the spores kind of get into the pudding. And
Oh,
just
lovely.
slowly roll down. How often
You
do
are
they
going
change the
to
pudding?
create zombies.
No.
That is
How often do they change their
That would
pudding?
be what the
Um,
dress will be
that is a very good-
Is it a
question.
very large vat of pudding that just
it is
stays there all
a
week?
pretty large vat of pudding. Okay, hold on. Once every 6 hours.
Once every 6 hours they change it?
Yeah, they changed the pudding.
Is that enough time for mushrooms to grow?
Your mushrooms at the very least, I'm sure.
Nice.
Your mushrooms can grow in 6 seconds. So these specific
People
ones
think
maybe
it's a
can't.
garnish.
Oh, tapioca. It wasn't tapioca.
Everybody in the buffet runs a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Unfortunately,
Later.
he has a lot of dice. So
I'll tell you on this episode, Asha commits war crimes.
That's every episode.
Name every episode.
Okay.
War crimes.
So we
and
don't know
you.
where we're going
Shit's
or
funny.
when.
I had the answers.
Or even who
likes
your
that.
boss is.
It's not my boss. I don't have a boss. I'm self-employed. It's me.
So you sent it to yourself.
Well, I mean, it'd be somebody from the Monster Hunters, right? Because I'm a Monster Hunter. But you're not a Monster Hunter.
No.
No, because that's your boss. The message came to you.
Maybe they gave it to the wrong person. We do look alike.
Was it supposed to go to one of your orphans?
Ooh.
Would
Ask
you
them if
just
they're monster hunters.
That would be just back to Asha sending the message again.
True. We just go over that one.
message the captain for details? I can't take this.
I can ask the captain, sure.
Why
Maybe he'll know
I've
who the
been
boss is.
avoiding all of you this entire time.
Alright, I cast sending.
What do you send him?
I send him, do you know who the boss is?
Goras, can you please
Your-
take
your-
off your amulet?
Your boss. Do you know who your boss is? I said with mental air quotes.
That is his response is Goras, can you please take off your amulet?
Oh, yeah, sure. Just take it off.
He sends you a direct psychic link,
Oh,
which just will let you have a conversation.
oh, yeah. This is interesting.
Goras, I've been trying to get through to you for the last 12 hours.
Oh.
You're really not making this easy. Do you have any idea how expensive it is to send a relay to the casino? It's pretty expensive, Goras.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have a staggeringly huge budget, but at a certain point, it's just a waste of taxpayer dollars or gold, whatever we use for currency.
Taxpayer casino tokens.
There we go. Oof. Please tell me that you guys got the message.
Yeah, that's why I asked you who the boss was. Who is that?
Yeah, that's me. It's because I'm giving you
it's
instructions and paying for all of your stuff, and you're doing some work that I asked you to do. I thought it was funny, but I realized as soon as I sent it that it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, we got very confused because I was like,
Yeah, I thought that would
it can't
happen.
be you because you're my captain, not my boss. And it was just
I mean, I kind of am your boss, though.
Oh, is that like a code name? Are
You know, it's a code name,
your
Boris.
boss?
Let's just say that it's a code name. That's how you can refer to me when we're being secretive, and we'll just leave it at that.
That
Boris,
works. Okay.
we're going to have there's going to be an announcement at dinner tonight, and they're going to say, we have some brave public servants at our establishment tonight. Can everybody please give a hand for the monster hunters? And then you guys need to, kind of stand up and make it obvious that you're who's referring to. Maybe do some, little waving around to the crowd, that kind of stuff. You can't see his motions because it's a psychic link, of course, but you can feel that's the attitude he's doing with. And we've decided that's probably the best way to make it obvious who your identity is without just alerting him that for some reason people want him to know that there are some monster hunters here. We're pretty sure he doesn't know that the monster hunters are trying to murder him, but you can't be too careful these days. There's spies everywhere. We caught 7 of them just this past week. We had to throw them in the chipper. It was not pretty.
That doesn't sound pretty.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so address tonight after dinner.
Tonight after dinner,
After
I don't know, 8 or something. That's probably when they do it, right? We just told them to do it at dinner.
All right, and we just stand up when they say the monsters, because that's us. That's the truth.
Exactly,
That's
yes.
Yeah, that makes it easy. All right, cool.
And we imagine that he'll probably be like, I'm bored here. I'm going to amuse myself by talking with some monster hunters because we do kind of not really the same thing, but they probably think they're important, and so I'm going to make them feel less about themselves by showing them how much of an actually important person I am. Something like that is what
So
we're
he comes
assuming.
up to talk to us, and then we do the murder.
As you see fit.
Okay.
It's really, I don't know. You figure that part
Figure
out.
that part out. Okay.
If maybe don't do it in front of a bunch of civilians who just heard that you are monster hunters. But your discretion,
We'll figure something out. I'm sure.
I would appreciate maybe you keeping. I don't know. It's probably dangerous to have your protectee amulet thing off.
In this town, I learned an old trick from when I worked here before.
Oh, really?
Yes. If you want discretion, you just give a lot of people a lot of drugs, and then they're just discreet.
That
It's been.
is
working
this
so
also a
far.
code, Gorhus?
No, that's literally how the message. It was. I paid for the discretion of the
Okay.
message. Yeah.
So yeah, bribery is a fairly okay way to
Yeah.
for discretion. When you have a certain number of people, they just talk with each other about it anyway, because then they're like, well, what's he gonna do, kill all of us? And sometimes you have to, yeah. So don't give more drugs to more people than you would have to kill, is all my suggestion is. But you probably know this kind of thing better than me.
We might need more drugs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that one.
We'll workshop it.
Bye, Boris.
Just goodbye, boss.
The connection breaks.
Okay. So, I imagine Goras has just been staring off into some corner for a little bit.
You've been making eye contact with one of the fish heads.
Perfect. Okay. Just, brush it aside. So, after dinner tonight, and I'll just explain.
Okay.
Instead of repeating it.
Oh,
I'm not a monster hunter,
shut up.
Okay, so you'll lie.
So after we go to the buffet, somebody's going to tell us something?
Well, it sounds like somebody won't be telling us something, they'll be telling everybody
Oh,
something.
okay.
At dinner.
After dinner.
Where after dinner? There's 20 restaurants. It's a casino.
We'll figure something.
There are not 20 restaurants at the casino. There is a banquet hall.
Really?
It
It's a
is.
crappy casino.
They have not invented refrigeration yet here.
Oh.
Despite being in the frozen north, they have an ice box, and that's.
Somebody keeps putting mushrooms on the food.
This pudding came out at room temperature, and it is currently room
He's been
temperature.
spending all this time with the food.
I mean, they're
He'll
on
know
blocks
where we
of
need to
ice.
go.
Yeah. If they were to give an announcement like that after dinner, where would they do it, do you think?
That same banquet hall.
That would make sense.
The exact place you're standing at the moment.
Okay, so we'll be here after dinner.
We stand up, and that's that we're monster hunters. He'll introduce himself, and then we kill him.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right?
Perfect.
Yeah, but they said discretion.
Kill him with discretion.
With discretion, and I
You have
also
a magic
said,
sword named Discretion.
Yeah, I also said drugs, and he said at your discretion. So, I'm thinking we give all of the bystanders just so much.
Do you want to drug the food?
No. Give it to them to use at their discretion. And then because we gave them something that they like, then they won't tell anyone about
The
what
whole banquet hall.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be easier to lure him away? With
I mean,
a
we can have a plan B.
raw
Yeah.
sex appeal.
Who's gonna do that?
Me.
Oh. Okay.
Slap off shit.
That's so that's our plan B. Got it.
Or if
completely
he's,
ignoring
or
the slap in progress.
if he swings the other way, you. Or if he swings the other
14.
way, 9.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
Oshit was like, me, and your hand just goes right over her head.
Thank goodness you're short.
It's half my defense.
We
Okay,
could
so that's
ask
fine.
him to show us about the dreaming. We have to go somewhere quiet enough to sleep, I guess. We can say it's to help us find a monster that uses the dream world or something.
Alright, so that's our plan C. So plans A and B don't work.
No, we could just take a key,
We could show him how cool our
and
portals
just
are.
drop him.
Open the portal. He'll say, "Oh, freaking neat," and he'll go through the portal, and then we'll kill his body while it's laying there.
We did see what happened to Wrath in there that one time.
I don't see how that gets him away from all of the witnesses.
We'll have to lure him away first.
Well,
What
if we're
is
discreet
below
about
this
it, he's
floor?
just going to fall through the floor and then fall back down through the ceiling.
It's gonna be a magical accident.
We'll have to
He'll
do this
just
in an
fall
open
from the
place, or
ceiling.
he'll land on the roof again.
That's okay, I can climb up there. That's all right.
Slayer can just spider climb up walls. It's really very simple.
Next time I have orphans, I should store them in the portal, so they can't run away.
Bag of orphan holding.
Yes.
They still have bodies.
Yeah, but they'll all be asleep, so they can't go
Mm.
anywhere.
I know, but it's hard to train.
A few
They won't
patrons,
fit-
like-
how many orphans will fit in a skull?
Now, what is under the banquet hall?
Maybe one orphan, and you don't know.
It's under the banquet hall, okay.
Because if we do the portal thing as a big party trick, someone can just kill him one floor below.
like, there's kind of just one floor to the casino. Like,
No
this is
storage basement or network of bullshit they use to rig the games.
like they just kind of expand laterally. Like, the ground is frozen. It would be such a pain in the butt to dig a basement when, like, what, you need a room that's slightly colder than your regular rooms? Just open
That
a
would be
window.
refrigeration.
Yeah, just
That would solve a lot of problems.
I mean, they open. It's snowing out. Like, they literally open the window to make it colder in here.
Then go to the roof.
What, we go to the roof?
We could
We'd have to bring all of the banquet people on the roof.
No.
Roof banquet.
and then we could discreetly push him off the roof.
If he's a magic user, pushing him off the roof isn't going to help. We'll just fly away.
We can do that. I need to learn to do that.
In his sleep.
Why are we worried about doing this in front of
But how
a
did you
banquet
fly
hall full
last
of
time
people?
when you were flying around the house?
Flying around the house. Jordan is struggling to remember this one.
And you guys were flying on the little miniature flying carpet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you were in
How
the
did you
dream
gen-
world,
How
yes.
did you generate that?
Yeah,
We
that
wished
was
for it.
different. Technically,
Oh.
I was very small, and I just lifted myself.
Ah,
I'm too
okay.
heavy to lift myself now. But we need to work out.
Or not, the buffet quit or
I
something.
bet he has very strong magic muscles.
Magic muscles, the best spell. Gain 1d4 points of strength 3 times over for the next minute.
Gain the ability to lift yourself.
1d4 plus 1, sorry.
We all know the best spell is gun.
Magic muscles close up.
9 could just grab you, spin around a couple of times, and throw you through the air.
I will probably fly, yeah.
Why do you need to fly?
Yeah, we're not really
Because he's
focusing
gonna
on
fly
flying.
and we throw him off the roof.
Oh yeah, and I have to fly after him.
So he's gonna fly while you just throw him
Just
over.
don't throw him up. We'll just stab him a lot. One person stays in the banquet hall, says, "Hey,
Okay.
check out this neat floor trick." He sleeping body goes to the roof. We just stab him continuously. Whoever's in the banquet hall leaves like
Will the people in the banquet hall wonder where he went?
it. You
Or
can
just be okay with this guy permanently disappearing?
I mean, yeah, you threw him in a portal. You just leave. What are they gonna do? Question
Well,
where the
it's a
portal
magic,
went?
It's a magic trick. They're not going to question
Is
where
this
he
before or
goes.
after we hand out the drugs? Because maybe they can convince
Wait a
themselves it was a
How
hallucination.
much money is it going to cost us to buy all these drugs?
I'm sure I can call in some favors from my old friends.
Why would anyone owe you a favor?
Oh, it's because we're friends. That's what friends do.
It's a good thing I don't have friends.
The cat won't even pay attention to me.
How shameful you are.
I appreciate that no one corrected mine that he has us. No one, we just no friends. no one stepped over.
No, he's the nanny. You can't
Yes,
become
he's
friends
the
with the
nanny.
help. That's just
You need to
unprofessional.
maintain a professional relationship or it's just not going to work.
And when you break the boundaries, your orphans run away.
Well, at least he didn't lose all your orphans.
Sure.
He was a pretty good nanny.
Compared to
Of
the
your
other ones
various
I've had,
nannies, he has had the best track record. Your other nannies have had 0%.
yes. Well, I might give him another chance at the next
Success.
crop. I don't know.
Your orphans have been, I think, kidnapped from 2 different nannies by this point. If by kidnapped you mean they ran away one time.
You can't kidnap yourself.
Okay, so we don't have anything to do until dinner.
You could go try to find drugs, I guess.
That is plan A. It's finding drugs.
You
To
could.
bribe a lot
Can-
of guests.
Is this tonight at dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long until dinner?
Few hours, we'll say.
You better get
Say
on.
it's afternoon. It'll be, I don't know, it's 4 o'clock
Yeah,
or
it might
something.
might be too late to go drug shopping. at
How
the
many
drugstore
people fit in the
place.
banquet hall?
Like everybody. It's a big banquet hall because they only have one restaurant in the casino. There are multiple banquet tables set up as well as the buffet down the middle.
What if we squeeze everyone into a really small area, and then I cast confusion on all of them, and then the chaos will do some stabbing, and then it'll just be an accident.
His friends, though, in the kitchen.
Can I make a kind
Maybe
of
we only need
hallucinogenic
enough
mushroom and
drugs
just
just
spike
for
the
that
food?
one guy. Because
You-
his friends from the kitchen are the ones who are going to be delivering the food.
You do know how to make hallucinogenic drugs.
How many beverage options are there at the buffet?
Nine.
Then I
Fancy that.
and I make enough toxic mushrooms to
Right.
spike all 9 beverage options.
You are going to need to get some supplies, which you might need to find in town because you don't have them all on you. You're not in the middle of a swamp. You don't have all your ingredients.
Christ.
But at least you recall.
Tricky, yeah.
You do have your cauldron, though. That's a very important ingredient.
I hate to suggest this, but maybe we move plan A down to like plan C or something.
Plan A being
Getting
what?
drugs might be too difficult in time.
Fine, just the stabbing of the roof, I guess.
I would have really preferred that one. I feel like that was smart. Even
Stabbing
for
a
me.
guy on the roof above 900 drugged people was so much more fun.
Discreetly.
How discreet is the roof directly above the dining hall?
It's a pretty high roof. It's like 20 feet up.
Well, I assume this is like the biggest, most impressive building in town.
Oh yeah,
So it's
certainly.
not like things towering above it where people do
There
down on
are
us.
there are pointless spires and decorations on the roof. Like, you could stand up there. They probably do like shows in the summer or something up there. I don't know. They try to make it simultaneously look like a palace, and I don't know. Like if you squint real hard from like the port, it kind of looks like a big ol' mast with some smaller masts sticking up. Like you're seeing a pirate's fleet in the distance, but you get closer and like, oh, those are just like, holes sticking out of a palace for some reason.
So a lot of
They had a very
architects had
confused.
handedness.
Yes, they had clashing design philosophies.
Who's gonna be the one in the banquet hall with the portal?
Who's the least good at stabbing?
I thought we were all had
Not
to be
very
there.
good at
Well, one person needs to be there for the portal, and then everyone else needs to be on the roof to stab.
Well, yeah, but that's assuming he falls on the roof.
Well,
Where else is he gonna go?
historically, that's been what happened.
Those were smaller.
Bless you.
If he doesn't fall on the roof, can't everyone on the roof just make a portal there, and then we go in and stab him in the other dimension? That would still be
He will
discreet.
be in, well, if you stab him in the other dimension, he'll just wake up in the casino.
That's not happened to Rav.
Wrath sat on a chair and blew up. We can make him sit on the chair.
No, didn't Rav die in combat and then?
Wrath died because
Bad.
something killed him in the real world.
Oh, in the real world. Okay.
Yeah, if you die in the
Yeah,
portal
'cause-
world, you just wake
Has
up.
anybody died in the portal world and died in real life as a result? Because Wrath died the second time in the portal world, but he was already dead in the real world.
Gotcha. Okay.
When people have been knocked unconscious for one reason or another, they've just woken up.
Makes sense.
Yeah, 'cause we haven't killed too many people in the portal world.
Not really, no.
Except for Wrath again.
And the butler.
And the butler. Yeah.
You don't know if he had a body in the real world, though.
So which of us can put on the best display of a magic trick? There you go.
I mean, I don't do any tricks. I am magic.
That's true. You are the
No, you
chosen one.
can't fly when you're big, unfortunately.
They're expecting.
unfortunately.
I don't know that one because I've been afraid of that.
So it's my job
Sniff
to
it.
just run up to him, stick the key in the ground.
Now I think you have to announce
Discreet.
that you're doing a discreet magic trick first.
Discreet magic trick.
Yes.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
In which I send him through a portal.
And then you make the entire banquet hall swear to secrecy.
Well, we need drugs for that one.
You'll just have, it'll be on the honor system.
I don't think that'll work. You need drugs in this town.
Well, we're
trust me.
back to point A then. We've come full circle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It always
We
comes
can't-
back to drugs.
We can't do that one.
Well, then we'll have to lure
There's a
him
decent
away.
chance that I stab you and throw you off the roof before this even happens if
We
you keep
have to
talking.
lure him away with our sexual.
With our.
We have to determine which one of us is the most likely
Well, they
to
said
be alluring.
They said
He
he'd,
could.
he'd probably be very bored and would probably just want to talk to some monster hunters.
So
I
you
mean-
say you're a monster hunter, and
Yeah,
you
that's
say
something
you
else.
need information on the dreamy land or whatever. You say the key helps. Hey, check this out.
Mm.
He goes in there to see what's
we
up.
Can, we can talk somewhere private. And it's
Yes,
in the
And based on the way he's dressing, it's gonna
Could
be
possibly
you
go badly.
or him. That-
And then we just wait on the roof for some guy and then stab him.
Jordan, out of character, is just imagining Gorse walking up covered in his bombs and oil and stuff. Please come with me to talk in this closet. Trust me, I'm a
It
monster
doesn't.
hunter.
I don't think he's in the closet.
No, it sounded like he came out of the closet a long time ago.
I mean, all the idiots from the casino seeing you magic disappear, the magic guy, probably aren't going to think too much about him deciding to teleport away.
So you two have to get as sexy as you can.
No.
That's
How can they possibly
I
get more
already
sexy?
am. What are you
So I
talking
need
about?
to change into my sexy outfit.
yes. Please do. We need
He just
to
adds
be
a
able,
Robin Hood cap.
We need to be able to lure him into private, and that's
So you
Seems
two are
like
going
the
to be
best
on the
plan.
roof then? I'm going to be covering Goras.
You should probably
Looking
swap
sexy.
that.
Yes, of course. I'm already all oiled up.
If we're dividing into pairs, you take her or she's not gonna make it. Besides, you're better at stabbing.
who is.
The one that I didn't point to for previous things.
Okay, so you and me downstairs. Yeah.
We're probably going to need our monster hunter ambulance or whatever they are. That you don't have.
Didn't I get my back?
Yours is with a man who's in another dimension.
Oh, right.
Yes, Anthony, that's yours. I believe you said before.
Unless you got another one
I
from
believe that's
the
correct.
captain, which I don't remember that happening.
I don't think so, yeah.
And I don't think you picked one up when we were talking to the person when we were filling out the form and getting paid.
Well, he'll already know we're monster hunters because we'll be announced as monster hunters.
Okay, are they expecting multiple monster hunters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you oil yourself up.
So you're
No,
not
I
a
already
monster
am
hunter,
one,
so you
so
don't count.
oil,
So you
that's
can't be with him
perfect.
because then it's only one monster hunter.
So these two are going to lure him.
What are they gonna do?
Away.
Check every individual's badge?
And you and I will be on the roof, stabbing.
I don't care.
Excellent. It's a plan. Let's go.
How are you getting on the roof?
I can get on the roof.
No.
How are you getting on the roof?
Walking.
Well, you and I are going to walk on the roof.
Same way I walked on the last roof.
And the one before that, and the one before
What was
that.
that?
He has boots that just let him walk up the wall. You have seen it.
Yeah, you have to turn like into a spider or something.
No, I don't turn into a spider.
I mean,
Just the legs.
Just one.
you just carry me on your back or something.
So we're gonna lead him away from the party? Or are we
Yes.
gonna just
We don't have enough drugs to
perform
do
a
it at the
magic
party.
trick?
I mean, I don't think any of the people are gonna think it's suspicious when Magic Guy teleports somewhere and doesn't come back.
Maybe he was even in on it for their amusement.
Like, I imagine he just does that. He just warps places.
It probably wouldn't be difficult to get him to volunteer to walk into the portal.
That's the plan. And if he did it
Okay.
voluntarily and they find his ass dead on the roof, it's not exactly our fault.
What if you could even go
Oh.
with him?
And if he tries to fly, you can shove him down into the portal. I bet your muscles are stronger than your magic muscles.
One can only hope.
And if he doesn't trust it, one of y'all can even go with him. And that'd be fine. We just have to stab the right person.
Yeah, I can go with him. That's fine.
Good, because it wasn't gonna be me. I ain't going in your weird ass dimension.
I go in there all the time. I'm totally fine.
I
There's a
ain't
boat.
going in your weird ass
There is a boat.
dimension.
The boat's pretty cool.
There's a boat, there's a chair. It's got
That's where my
everything.
friends come from too.
You're just adding reasons to not go. It's-
I
There's
had these
something
weird
against
coins
boats and
there
chairs.
once. I'll pull out the 9 slotty coins.
Just don't sit in the chair if you go.
I'm not going.
If you do, clench really
Okay.
hard.
Well, yeah, because last
Harder,
time strange things came
left
out
of
of
it.
his ass.
You're really selling him on this.
The coffin's empty though. You don't have to worry about it now.
I think I saw him there again at some point. Nothing happened. It
Yeah,
was broken.
the throne has been set on since it
Yeah,
broke and
it
nothing
actually-
happened.
It actually might be safe now. It's not very comfortable. It's kind of cracked.
One of the two sides is just a little bit higher than the other. It's uncomfortable.
Okay, so that's the plan then.
That's the plan.
Great.
Well,
you don't need drugs.
Stab
Check. You can save those for more bribes.
So you're not going to poison the food or the beverages.
him. No.
I just tipped the pudding bowl
Definitely
over
not.
on the
The
floor.
pudding bowl is far too heavy to tip over.
Really?
It's a lot of pudding, and it's very solid crystal. I mean, you
It's
can
a-
give me an athletics check if you
We've
want to.
established that it
tip
is a
over.
vat of pudding.
11.
You cannot push it over. You tip it, you can't get it past critical point, and you let it go, and it just wobbles back. To it's
Incidentally, what would I need for toxic mushrooms? Hallucinogenic mushrooms?
You're getting weak there now.
you would
Too
need
much buffet food.
Yes.
Not
Like
enough
you did.
violence.
spores that you already have.
Uh-huh.
You would need rotting cranberries.
Would rotting good berries work?
Good
Yes.
berries don't rot, they're magic.
You can make them rot with your dark sorcery.
Does Asha just always produce rotting good
Yes.
berries from his-
Oh,
I can make
no.
literally anything rot at any time.
Oh, no.
And you need a half gallon of absinthe.
They definitely have that here. That's a drink
I
option.
think just adding the half gallon of absinthe to the.
That's a large component of it, yes.
In that case, I'm on the lookout for a half gallon of absinthe.
You can ask about it. It's definitely not lying around.
Covered out there.
It is one of the top 3 drink choices here.
It's
It's not.
fantastic.
You can just go out back and get it.
They give it to you in tiny little glasses, but you could ask for more.
I mean, they don't let other people go out back and get it, but they don't try to stop me.
Get the waiter to come
Yes.
over and ask. Wow. I require 3 gallons of absinthe delivered to my room.
But
You heard me.
very good, ma'am.
She's a dwarf.
I toss a handful of coins at him and say, "Discretion." I've learned manners.
My sinuses are very clogged. These do not
That's on you.
clear them.
What the fuck you want from me?
Drugs.
Yeah, she has the supply.
Yes, I thought we had an understanding between us that I
This
I
is
help
the
you
same
in
guy,
ways
isn't
that
he?
yes, yes, literally this one
Dressing
guy.
as a waiter because we're in the.
He is below his station at the moment, yes, because he's got to get.
Do I have
gotta
some of that stuff?
Don't you have a gajillion sawdust?
You know what?
I think Goris took 1 brick and Asha took 2, if I remember correctly.
Brick of drugs, 1.
Oh, maybe
There you
Goris
go.
took 2 and I just spent all of it.
It's probably the case.
How much do you give him?
I just kind of shaved a little bit. And, I feel like it's just a good chunk.
Open your hands, idiot.
The coins just fall
The
out.
coins do just fall to the ground. They are utterly useless.
I just shave it into his hand until he shuts up.
You're shaving a long time. Finally closes his very long fingers and pulls them away. Okay. Oh,
Don't spend it all in one place.
I'll get to that. I'll get to that right away, ma'am.
Don't dip into the
Discreet.
ash.
Discreetly, yes.
And then he leaves.
We ruined another life.
There is shortly the absinthe that you requested in your room.
So you just decided to make hallucinogenic drugs anyways?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
How
I'm
many?
not adding the salt. I'm gonna add the sawdust to the drinks.
So it's half a gallon, and you requested
3 gallons.
3 gallons. So you're making 6 batches. You're going to. How many good berries can you make with 1 cast of the spell?
10.
10?
Okay, so 1 cast will make you enough good berries.
Fantastic. I'm not in my room now, though, so.
That is correct.
So go
Whenever
to your
you next go to your room.
damn room.
For now, I am going to shave some sawdust into the drinks if I can, just to see what happens.
You do that, yes.
Fantastic. That'll be
Can
fun
you
later.
tell me high or low?
Hi.
Interesting.
Okay.
Nothing happens immediately.
It's alright, I'm playing the long game.
Yeah. Do you guys do anything else
How
before
long
dinner?
until dinner now?
Like less than 4 hours, I suppose.
I mean, I can head back to Dice, so we got nothing better to do.
Yeah, no, I got a special project in my room waiting
Sounds
for me.
good. Back to the gambling.
You return to gambling.
Back to the buffet 9?
Yes.
Back to the buffet that you've been standing next to this entire time.
Well, these
The pudding has grown chunkier since you began this conversation.
so these hallucinogenic mushrooms that I make, how many will that make? And how long do they last?
You don't know. You never did this before.
I'm hoping I can just dry them and they'll last indefinitely.
It's too much power.
It's a lot of dice.
You make 25 doses, which is considerably less than the number of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of absinthe. Dude. But that's
All of
cool.
the liquid gets sucked up into the flesh as the spores rapidly grow on the substrate of the crushed up good berries. They look like rotting meat at first, and then they gain kind of like the rainbow sheen of an oil slick. They smell like gasoline. Not that you would know what gasoline smells like.
I'll set these up to dry them.
Meat fuel.
How are you going to dry them? Are you just going to let them naturally do it, or are you going to do it magically?
Can I do that magically?
Do you have a way to do it magically?
Not that I know of.
Then I guess you
dry
know.
the
Or
mushrooms.
roast
Spell.
these mushrooms.
Do you have some spell that lets you create heat?
I have a flame knife. So probably not.
Is Osh's room just about to become just fumes? Fumes pouring out of every crack?
That sounds inefficient.
But I assume I have a fair amount of experience drying things, so I'll just
Usually you just let them hang for
Yes.
weeks. So you can just let them hang.
Fantastic.
You drugs. Please remember how many doses you have, because I will not.
I will try to edit adding things is difficult in here.
The hours pass and it's time for dinner. They have a chicken-based banquet tonight. Usually it's fish. You guys are lucky, I guess, or something. They have chicken stuffed inside other chickens. It's actually pretty profane.
Chicken.
Yes. And lots and lots of, I don't know, rice pudding. Not the same pudding as before, but about the same consistency.
I think for this one we're going to leave my orphans back at the room.
Okay. You leave your orphans in the room.
This is an important lesson for them.
You should put them on the roof so they can
Well,
get
yes,
practice
but I'm not
stabbing.
bringing them up onto the roof.
Can.
All right, kids, this is an unconscious man. What do we do to an unconscious man?
As he just impacts on the door from above. Like, it is time.
This is why I gave you each a pair of daggers.
Yeah, this is
No.
a pivotal moment for them. No. Okay.
Their first kill will be them fighting to the death.
Partway through the dinner, the host stands up from his little host podium. That's what they call it. Their term, not mine. And he says, it has come to our attention that it's over Huts Bay that we have among us several of the esteemed men and women who keep our realm safe every day from the incursion of monsters. Please welcome the monster hunters.
Oh, that's me. I'll stand up.
We're making our way to the roof now.
Some bows.
I imagine
What are
guys
you?
were
You
all
tell
over
me what
there.
you do at this point, because he's now
Didn't
clapping,
even go to this dinner.
and people are
No, we need
clapping.
to be up on the roof.
We're
They would've already-
You're already on the roof.
We're
It
on
is. It is frigid cold out.
Did you carry
It is
me
very
up there?
windy.
Did I have to use a spider?
How am I going to carry you up
I'm
there?
a dwarf. I'm not that big.
Dwarves
This
are the
isn't an
same
episode
size.
of Batman where we're just gonna walk up past, the cameo guest star.
You're very heavy as a dwarf. You're all the same mass as a
And
human.
I have
you're
a
just
strength
switched
of
in
8,
wide.
so no, I'm not carrying you up the wall.
Well, fine.
So how are you going to get up? Oh shit! We'll rewind time a little bit.
I'll have to spider up.
Okay. Do you stay a spider or do you turn back into dwarf?
No, I'll turn back in the door.
Okay. I need you to both to make me Constitution saving throws.
Would it
because-
be helpful if I webbed him before you stabbed him?
He's asleep.
He's asleep, I'm just gonna slit his throat.
I was trying to be useful.
Haha,
Both swords
now
at the
he
same
can't
Oh,
time.
are you turning into a giant spider? just giant spider climbing up the side. So I feel like tiny spider would be
Discreetly,
inefficient.
I'm doing it.
Literally an ant would do it.
18 plus 2 is 20.
Solir is fine.
But does you have to roll with spider constitution?
That's a 1.
You,
They're not cold-blooded creatures.
the cold is really not agreeing with you. You're used to having a nice little warm fire in your hut. You are going to lose all of your temporary HP. And you're going to have a disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Did I have temporary HP?
You would if you'd eaten some and gotten temporary HP from it.
I.
If not, then you don't have any now, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
You feel frosty. If somebody told you to stay frosty, you would say, ha ha ha. Because I am. It's funny. You would tell them, and they would be like, wow, I'm sorry. That was insensitive of me. So downstairs at the banquet, he gives his little speech, and he does his little clap. What do the two of you do?
I'm standing up like, yeah, that's me. Hi. Yeah.
I'm standing up, pretending to be stoic, but really I'm just annoyed.
A couple people around look at Nine, and they go, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I kind of gesture to all of the explosives I'm wearing. Like,
There is nobody
Monster
sitting on
tools.
either side of Norris.
they're just giving me lots of space. It's fine.
Yes, they legitimately are. Yes, they people clap and look. They look around to see if anybody else is standing up, but nobody does.
I look for the guy in the crowd.
You do not see a guy dressed flamboyantly in a way that you would absolutely definitely recognize. Several minutes later, what's the word? Waiter. That's the word I'm looking for. A waiter approaches Na'in and says, "A gentleman has requested that you join him in the VIP lounge, and your companion."
Where's the VIP
Oh,
lounge?
is that me? Oh, yeah.
It's in. I can lead you there, sir.
Terrific. We go.
He leads you to it's really not very VIP-ish. It's just a room with a table that has just the same food that's being served out there is just being served at this table. There's a roaring fireplace and there's a chandelier and there's just slightly fancier drinks. And there is a gentleman who is not dressed flamboyantly, but he just looks... I mean, he actually doesn't look completely ordinary. He has no eyebrows or eyelashes or any facial hair, but he has a gigantic, just kind of column of hair on his head. You really can't even describe it as a hairstyle. It is a column of hair. And he says, "Oh, hello.
Hi.
I didn't realize that there were fellow servants of the saints, I suppose we could say, here tonight.
Yes.
Please, will you sit and join me and tell me about yourselves?"
Well, who might you be?
Oh, you may have heard of me. I am known by some as the spell general. You might have heard of me.
Do I believe his ass?
Can you roll me insight, please?
His face is on the coins too, right?
His face is on the coins. This
You
is
look familiar. I feel like
the
I've seen
coins are not struck very well. They
14.
they have facial hair on the coins.
I mean, the column of hair I feel like would be rather.
Well, his head kind of ends near the top of the coin.
Perfect. I didn't realize
did you
you were
get?
so tall.
14.
There's nothing that stands out to you as him immediately lying, I suppose.
If they
Yes,
if
yes.
they ever get around to reprinting the coins, they should really go up a little higher. I think that's a.
Oh yes, it's been a sore subject. There are many who do not think it is professional for someone in my position to have an eye for fashion as I do. I am actually, I made a promise to a certain friend of mine that I would lay low a bit on this trip.
I see.
It is not always appreciated, my fantastic sense of style, so I dress as one of the little people today.
How tall is he with the hair?
With the hair, 8 feet tall.
Oh Also, where did we get led to the VIP lounge? Was it somewhere
It
nearby?
is almost adjacent to the banquet hall.
Okay, right nearby.
Yeah, you can hear very faintly when the doors open the sounds of people yammering to each other.
Okay.
In relation to them on the roof, where you think they would be, you didn't get led to the other side of the casino or anything like that.
They'd probably see a body
You-
near them if we did the thing.
You both, you feel fairly certain that it would be not
Okay.
terribly far away. Please, will you drink some wine? I had it, ordered specially. They keep it on ice, a very special kind of ice that does not melt.
You mean outside?
What? No.
No, I haven't seen any ice melt outside in quite a while. It makes a good point.
He grabs his cup and just slurps it in.
I actually, I do greatly appreciate the offer, but I mean, I'm on the clock right now defending. the
Oh,
law firm.
you're on the clock? What?
Yes, I can't drink on the job. Please.
Interesting. I've seen you around. I've seen the both of you around. You're very good at gambling.
No, thank you.
And you...
Yeah, I wasn't on the clock when I was gambling, to be clear. So there's no, just to be clear about the whole business.
You see,
Oh,
we're trying to go
okay.
after something that seems to be lurking in the dreaming. So we
Oh.
can't do much of that while we're awake. So a lot of our day is us just waiting to be sleepy again.
You speak of the dreaming. You know, I know something of it myself. There aren't many, even among your people. You think he may be talking about the monster hunters? He may be talking about Dragonborn. You're not entirely sure. There aren't even many among your people who know about the dreaming. Who are you? I don't believe I recognize either
I
of
am
you.
a great magician, of course.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed. And that is the talent I bring to the Monster Hunters Association.
I mostly just stab things, but you need both sides.
Oh, yes, of course. I employ many people who are just very good at stabbing things. They're considerably cheaper than specialists, and they usually just get the job done.
Would you like to see a magic trick?
Of course, that'd be very diverting.
Yes.
Let us toast to that. He raises his glass, which is suddenly full again. You didn't see him refill it.
Still on the clock.
Yeah, sorry.
Of
I'll
course,
toast.
he says, as he drains his glass.
Clink, clink.
Now this magic trick.
Yes, you'll need to stand right here, and look at.
Already,
my
what
companion.
sort of magic trick is this?
It's gonna be a disappearing act. So you're gonna stand here and just
Yep.
make sure you can see.
I know what invisibility is.
No, this is a whole different thing. Trust me.
It's sort of a pocket thing.
You
Oh,
need to
this-
Just watch.
You're putting me into a pocket dimension.
A little?
No, not you.
Oh,
I'm gonna make my companion disappear. You're gonna see if you can. See
Oh,
how
he's
it-
going to go into a pocket dimension.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
You need to stare directly
brilliant.
at him.
Brilliant.
See if you can see what I do to him to make him
Oh
disappear.
yes, pocket dimensions are something of a specialty of mine. I would love to see how you do it.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So yes, just focus on 9, and then I put the key in the floor. What do you see?
You put the key in the floor, and the portal opens up underneath him, and he falls through.
Okay. Take the key out.
You take the key out. The air around you immediately evaporates. And the room just kind of like everything in the room falls over like it's a piece of cardboard, like it's a hastily made stage prop. And the room darkens and you both find yourself in a stretch of land which looks very similar to the shore. I don't know that you would recognize it because I don't think that you've been there.
The stretch of land.
Yes, the gravel beneath you is like the shore. You don't see any water. You actually you're at the edge of a very dark forest, and there's like what looks like a sea of grass on the other side. You're kind of in a strip of land that separates the meadow from the forest.
I think you did it wrong.
Yeah, something was not intended.
Up above, the two of you see a portal appear in the roof. It's some distance away from you. You can see the night sky through the portal, but it's clearly a portal.
Like, we look down into the portal and it's like we're looking up?
Yes.
How the hell did Gore screw this up? All you had to do was put a key in the floor and turn it.
Did they see bodies or something?
They saw no bodies. Your bodies did not fall from the sky into the roof.
Okay, can I lay down, stick my head into the portal?
You stick your head into the portal, and you. Oh boy, how to
Is die immediately the word you're looking for?
Your head just went gone.
So it's like there's a hole in the ground, and you're like sitting in the hole, and you're kind of raising your head above the level of the hole.
Uh-huh.
Is what happens.
So that was the idea.
Yeah.
What do I see?
You see a Goras and a Nine standing effectively upside down.
I'm going to look very disappointed at them.
Oh, hello.
What are you doing?
Well, so I stuck the key on the floor. He went through the portal, and I'm over here.
Where's the guy?
He went through the portal.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
I saw him go through the portal.
Did you?
Yes.
Let's all come out that portal into the regular world, and then make another portal and see if it goes to the same place.
The portal that you've stuck your head through is growing wider every moment.
Oh, well then I will get out of there and scooch away.
Yeah, I didn't make the portal you're in.
Well, get out if you get out. It's gonna.
Alright,
We need
I
to
will
close
hop through.
this.
You jump through the portal.
I also out.
Right, Nine comes. You try to jump through the portal, and you saw the. What would you have? So you would have seen their night sky on the other side. And when you try to jump through it, you're just splashing in a puddle of water that's reflecting the night sky above you. You do not see Goras as he tries to jump through.
But he came out?
No.
Oh.
Na'ain is standing right beside Goras.
Does
And
she
if-
see like our feet on the portal?
She does not. She does not see you.
I tried
here at all.
pushing him down into it.
My neck. Stop.
You are drowning Goras in the puddle.
That's fine.
The puddle is too shallow to drown Goras in.
The true tragedy.
The portal grows wider on the roof.
I could.
Does my
I've
key
still got
close
this
it?
key.
Would you like to you stick your key into it, and the portal shatters.
Okay.
It disappears completely.
Well, they're dead.
Oh look, the stars went away.
Make another portal.
I stuck my key into the pool for it.
A portal opens.
Drains all the water.
You see the roof of the casino below you.
Well, this will take
Do I
us
see a
back.
I
portal
push him
opening
in.
up above us?
You do not.
Okay.
Just shove him in.
I am pushed.
You
I do not resist.
you fall through the portal.
My temp HP.
You take 5 falling damage.
What do you know? My temp HP.
Would you like to jump through the portal?
I climb down through it.
You
I
climb
do
20
my
feet
best
down.
to hang on to the edge
Okay.
after going through and drop.
Okay. You take 9 falling damage.
Nice.
Seems just something.
You did the magic trick wrong.
Yeah, I put the.
Where did you send him?
Well, I thought I saw where we usually go,
Oh,
but then as soon as he went through, it was like, and I took the key out and the portal closed, and then it was like the whole room just like whoosh.
Let's
fell
go
away.
back and look at the room.
A portion of the roof kind of like stretches and morphs upward, and it's got the guy's face on it. You see like the column of his hair kind of rise. It's all the roof. It's the surface of the roof is just molding into his head as it rises up. He says, "What on earth was that about? You said you were sending him through."
Oh, yes, well, yes.
He did it wrong.
No,
It
no,
was a
it wasn't that. It
surprise.
was- Trust me, I never do the trick wrong, but that was an unintended.
And what
effect.
exactly were your companions here waiting for on the roof?
Well, that
I
was a
don't know
super
these
secret
people.
part.
What companions? We got dumped here too. Why are your companions on the roof waiting for us?
He makes
looks
a
around.
valid point.
Also, yeah. we find the trick works best and is most surprising if you don't know that it's coming next.
You're very distinctive people. I know that you've been hanging around each other for days.
I've literally been avoiding every single person.
You are all that the staff
we-
talks about.
Oh, well, I mean, now we're on the clock.
I'm
but
not sure
when
we won if the staff was talking about you or not.
I've won a lot. I mean,
The two of you have together probably won more than any 3 individuals
Oh yeah, no,
in the
Boris
past
is
year.
just lying right now. He's just denying everything. I've won a lot. You see, right now we're on the clock.
Are you
so it's
using me
not-
as bait?
No, we're on the clock now, so we're not drinking. But during the day, we drink a lot. So I don't really remember have I been interacting with these people during the day? Do you know
That
me?
might not be a
I'm
lie.
very confused as to what's going on here. If you're not
Same
drinking,
with
how
us.
did you mess up your spell so badly? That's dangerous, you know. You
It
could
never
really
happens.
hurt people.
It never happens. It's
This
never
was the
happens.
super secret hidey place that you go to after you go through the magic portal. That's the trick.
But
It's
why?
an
For what
illusion.
purpose?
And he's an idiot.
It's fun. It's a shock and surprise. It's fun.
Well, yes, but I mean, come on, man.
So I don't know you.
Well, what did you do?
What?
How did
What-
you avoid the trick?
No, where did you send us?
That too.
I was just going to have a chat with you. I was just going to say, hey, what are you doing? And then, how did you get out of that anyway?
You ruined
Nobody
our trick.
gets out of that.
So it was you who ruined our trick.
No, well,
Yeah, we
you
just
know
used
what?
the trick.
You know what? I might have. Except you should know. No.
No, we did.
You said you were going to send him, and you sent me. I
Yes,
didn't
that's
ruin
part
your
of
That
the
was
trick.
the surprise.
That's the trick part of the trick.
I
guess
told
you're-
you.
Well, then, yes, I suppose I ruined your trick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was just some antics.
I'm sorry, I said.
It's fine.
Can I make this up to you? His full body rises from the roof and just kind of morphs back into a fleshy body.
I mean, sure. The whole thing was for your benefit anyway. You're the one that misses out. But you don't even
Please.
know how we got out of your thing. We used that to get out of your thing. So would you like a closer look at what it actually does?
No, you just opened a portal to the dreaming. It was a very simple trick.
You call
That's-
opening a portal to the dreaming simple?
If you're dealing with interdimensional magic, that's about as simple as you can get. You just opened a door. It doesn't even send a body to the other side. All it does is put you to sleep and then place you in a specific time and place.
You act
Like it is a child could do it if you stuck a worm in their brain. A child could do it.
You stuck a word.
You said very few of us know how to do it. We
Yes.
said we're after something in the dreaming, so we decided to show you how we were
You
doing
didn't
it.
think I just believe you? Because I did.
Wait. We're getting very hostile here. If you know better methods to get there, we'll take that because we need to get to the dreaming. And
I mean, better is very subjective. If you're just trying to
Alternative.
kill something that lives there, yes, your method works perfectly fine.
Not really. They usually just wake up on this side somewhere. If it
I mean-
hides out in the dream, but
Yes.
not with its physical
But
form,
it
killing
gives
it
you
in the dream
close
doesn't
to
help
no.
us.
It gives you close to no chance of dying yourself. That's a pretty good trade-off for most things, I'd say.
I'm pretty good at not dying, and as monster hunters, not being able to actually hunt it is sort of the problem.
I don't want to brag, but I've never died, not even once. So
What could you possibly want to hunt in the dreaming that isn't going to die in the dreaming?
That's classified. So,
You're not
Monster Hunter
hunting
business.
people, are you?
It's classified. I'm sorry.
Sometimes it depends on how close they are to
No, we
monsters.
can't say anything. It's Monster Hunter business. It's classified.
Well, not this time, but sometimes. You know, wear things,
What they wear? What?
people.
That's horrible.
Yeah, you see, sometimes the line blurs. It's dirty work.
I mean, I could give you a hand. I suppose it would be very diverting. I could give you a method of passing your bodies through into the dreaming as well as your minds.
No, we could be.
Wouldn't even have to do any worms. That's
That'd
a
be
very-
mildly convenient, but we need to get that done to the thing we're hunting, not to us. That really just puts us in
So
more
it's
danger.
so the thing is here, and you're trying to get it into the. Why not just kill it here then?
No, we don't know where it is here. We keep finding it in the dreaming.
So-
That's where the portal goes.
So why are you
Because no matter how many
spending your
times,
time here instead of talking to a scrying wizard? Why are you gambling and eating all day? All day. Why are you eating all day?
This is where the trail led. It's classified. This is where the trail led with the scrying wizard. We think it has one of those amulets that block it.
Are you a monster hunter?
No.
Yeah,
I was a very long time ago. I have a lot of respect for what you do. Seriously, but...
we get to dead ends sometimes.
Yeah, these are the modern methods.
Back in my day, we just fireball everything. Usually
I
works.
do like that method. Yeah.
That's usually what we do.
As you can see by my
Yes.
You can see the conundrum we're in.
So you have a target here at this casino, and you
We
can't figure
think.
out who it is.
That's where we lost the trail.
Okay, what do you need to find the trail again? What would help you?
I have
You
no...
said you're trying to scry. You have a scrying wizard, but he's wearing something that would protect him from scrying.
That is the assumption. Or the thing's dead, but somehow still alive in the dreaming.
In which case, you can't find him. I assume, just every night you're going on missions into the dreaming to find this thing. Is my assumption. Is that true?
Sometimes, other times we just spy to try and discern where it might be.
And so you can't find it.
Sometimes.
So sometimes you do find it.
Sometimes.
And what happens when you find it?
Once or twice we've killed it.
So it only lives in the dreaming, you think, but it keeps coming back when you kill it. That doesn't make any sense.
That's why we think it might be here.
And so but you can't find it here.
We think it might be you.
Oh! Why on earth would you think that?
Because you're the only one person here that knows anything about the dreaming.
So you were trying to kill me?
Not really.
So you found me several times in the dreaming and killed me, is what you're saying? Because I haven't seen you before. You definitely haven't killed me before.
See, that's why we just talked to you first. But also we wanted to show you that new trick.
If you thought that was me, you're not very good at your job.
No, that went out the window after we spoke to you the first time, and then we were like, hey, maybe this guy can help us out. Let's show him what we got.
You have a very roundabout way of going about things.
A little bit, yeah. We hunt things in the dreaming. You can't be straightforward.
I mean, it's usually pretty straightforward. Usually you send hunter-seekers after them once you get a thread of their memory, and then they just die. It's usually extremely straightforward. Sometimes they don't even know that you ever existed because they thought about something that you were, they thought about a place you were in, and oh, there they are! Now they're dead. Ha! Why are you doing it that way?
Because we're monster hunters, not technically dream specialists.
All right, so
we're just sort of the best.
Who's somebody you want me to? Who's somebody you need to kill?
Right.
Just you need to promise me that you can kill them. That you have a right to kill them.
I mean,
I'm not just gonna kill somebody who screwed you over. They took the last piece of fish you were gonna eat. I don't know, 3 days ago at the buffet.
Can you show us how to do it? Because as much as we
this takes hundreds of years of research, most of which are not spent, awake. So no, I can show you. I can't teach you.
I mean, he's the chosen one.
Oh, you're the chosen one.
I am that, yes.
He hears music.
That's why I said a very...
You hear the music. Interesting.
It's classified.
It's true, but he's going to help us, damn it. See, this is why he's the one tasked to this. I just do the stabbing. So if you can do anything to help him...
I'm bored now. Goodbye.
Help me
He
what?
sinks
The
into
chosen
the
one.
he sinks into the roof.
The chosen
Disappears.
board. It was an attempt.
What the hell just happened?
We talked with the spell general.
He's
Wait,
too...
could only we see him? Because we were doing a lot of talking right
The other two of you could see him. Yes.
No, you're the only one that saw him. I have not.
now. Oh, okay. Weird. Maybe that had to do with his trick. Setting us there.
You've been sampling the sawdust.
No, I haven't. No.
Should have offered him drugs.
Apparently, I've been drunk.
You hear screaming coming from down below.
Oh crap.
That might draw his attention. We at least know what he looks like. We can offer him some sawdust absinthe and see how he feels about it.
Sad synth.
He may not be bored after that.
Dust synth.
So So he seems pretty difficult to trick. So I'll throw a trick real quick.
Saw shrooms.
Mm.
All the absinthe has been used. It's our only option is saw
We should have
shrooms.
gone with brute force right from the start.
See, I was worried he would just melt into the roof if we went brute force. He seems to be good at teleporting and melding into crap. I don't think brute force would work too well. That thing he said.
Solaire's just going to walk back down off the
You
roof.
should have just seduced him like I suggested.
You can see why people are screaming downstairs.
That is
Okay.
starting to seem like the most.
Can you try to figure out how to do the memory murder thing that he talked about, but to him?
I could try.
Can you give me perception, please, Solaire?
He is still the roof.
And why are we killing him again? I don't remember.
I have no idea. 10.
Because we were told to do so.
Okay.
Never question orders.
Something's wrong. You can't put your finger on it.
Well, everyone's screaming. so-
Besides the screaming. You can re-enter the casino.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're on a roof now.
I'm not. I left.
Yeah,
There's
me too.
there's nobody at the front desk to check your
I don't know how
How
they're
do
getting
we
Whatever.
down. There's probably like a roof access door or something.
There is not.
You spider up, yeah.
Harrow python into the fucking roof.
You can hammer a
Tie a
pipe into the
rope.
Just a lizard sailing on the side of the building.
Perfect.
You go back to the banquet hall, you'll find that everybody is turned into ostriches. And they're they are attempting to eat one another by unhinging their jaws and swallowing each other whole.
Somebody took our plan for a trick
Wow.
party. It's like,
They got to the pudding, didn't they?
oh, could have been the buddy.
What did you do?
Well-
Okay. Well, that's different.
I mean, it's the person eating the pudding that would have.
Well, somebody screamed, and it didn't sound like an ostrich scream, so I assume at least one of them was.
Was this a human scream or an ostrich scream?
That's a very good question. You don't know the difference.
Are there still
Have you ever
screaming?
heard an ostrich before? In D&D?
Is it?
D&D.
Is there still screaming? No.
There is still a mass... Sorry.
Excellent.
There is still screaming coming from down below. Asha is in no position to wonder if they are actually ostrich screams or if they're human screams.
No, we're back. I mean, I'm.
Are you?
Yeah, we
Did-
went off the.
So you
I
all...
used a wild shape and everything. Although
Okay.
this time I didn't spider because it's too cold.
Okay, so if
I just used the rope like a regular person.
the others of you would have followed
We're not staying.
somewhat short behind, you certainly weren't just like immediately following behind Solaire unless he was waiting for you.
Oh, hell no.
But
There's money to be won.
you'll find the same as him, that the banquet hall is full of ostriches attempting to devour one another.
What about the other rooms? Like, I assume the casino.
You took a
doesn't-
pretty direct access. Where
We went down the
Excuse me,
side
where
of
else?
the building and presumably went back in the entrance of the building.
yeah, the banquet hall's pretty near the entrance. It's good for business. What other rooms are you looking at?
I'm gonna go to the VIP room. See
Um,
if he's still there.
But that one fell apart though. We were there and it just kind of.
you just kind of move past the ostriches,
Yeah.
and you go down the corridor, and they took you down a couple turns in the first place, first
Yes.
place, and you pretty quickly get lost.
I've been here
It-
for like 3 weeks. I'm pretty familiar with turns. and
You would think
walls.
so. Can you give me a perception roll, please?
It's the ostriches.
No. I like how not only is a 1, it's facing you.
There are portraits on the walls. You try to use the portraits to remember which way you went because you've been kind of, I don't know if admiring is the right word. But you distinctly remember a certain portrait that had a certain mustache on it, which you previously said, yo, I could turn left at that and find the, I don't know, lounge. And you keep looking at the portraits and just none of them have the mustache on them. And frankly, you're pretty sure they've put up all new portraits since the last time you were this way.
5 minutes ago. They would do that.
And
It's annual portrait changing hour.
Goras, what are you doing? Annual portrait changing hour. I love it.
I'd probably be following that also.
Okay.
I can't get it out of my head. It's
The-
like a gnome on top of a wheeled delivery cart with another gnome pushing it just down the hall as fast as they can.
The music is strange as you go down this corridor. There is a melody to it, if you could call it that is different than you've ever heard before.
My chorus senses are tingling.
The music's always doing something different.
Oh shit, where are you looking?
Well, if I go into the front door of the casino, I see the banquet hall that's full of ostriches.
Effectively,
What's to
yep.
the other side? Is that,
To
like,
the other side
gaming
is
room?
the game floor, yeah.
What's that look like?
There is nobody. There are no customers playing games at the moment, and you see the staff are at the tables, just kind of standing there, staring ahead. The tables, something's off about them. You can't quite make it out at this distance.
And he's
The
gone
lights
where?
are very dim in here, and he's gone with 9.
And they're lost.
They're you can't see him.
Okay, where'd you go?
He's just watching the ostriches, I think, unless you want to do something different.
Well, I'll find him
Trying to
and
figure
stay
out how
with
you
him.
can pickpocket an ostrich reaching up in there and getting
I
an
don't
egg.
think he'd stay with the ostriches too terribly
Okay.
long. He'd probably try to go back to the gaming tables and
Okay,
None
so
of
you're,
us try to solve the problem.
the both of you are
stuff.
in the direction of the gaming tables.
Yes.
One of the ostriches has managed to fully devour another one.
Is it completely alive, like in a snake?
Yes, as
Great.
best as they can tell.
Just
is
a
now
sideways
it is now
ostrich.
standing on top of the banquet hall and crowing like a rooster, and the other ostriches are bowing to it.
Next time I will. I
What
fully
was that
encourage
stuff
this.
that you made?
I can do this.
Can I try to follow
Are you
the music?
sure?
Let me see if I can.
Yes.
If it's getting louder anywhere.
Can you give me Arcana, please?
Can do. 10.
Right. It seems like the music is louder than it should be behind a certain like portion of wall which has been wallpapered over. I mean, there's wallpaper on all the walls, but it sounds like somebody wallpapered over a little hidey hole in which a man is squatting and singing. Is the best way I can describe it.
It's a good way to describe it.
9. I need to get through
Football
this.
tackle the wall.
You slam into the wall. Something shudders in the wall like you just slammed into a door. Can you please make me an athletics roll?
19.
You hit it with enough force to take a small amount of damage. You take 4 bludgeoning damage. If you were a normal man, you might have knocked yourself half unconscious. You rip the wallpaper and reveal the grain of different wood than the rest of the wall behind it.
This is the sturdiest wood I've ever body checked.
Pull on it with mage hand.
You pull on the wallpaper and reveal that there is a door on the other side that had been wallpapered over. There is a latch inset into the wall. You unlatch it. Would you like to pull the door open? You open it, and you find a bunch of very surprised-looking sloths on the other side, sitting around a table in their little bar.
Hi, didn't mean to interrupt.
Hi.
Somebody singing in there? It sounded good. I just had to.
We were having a drinking song, is all.
Oh.
You look familiar.
I look familiar.
No, it must be my imagination. We don't get many visitors here.
Oh.
Would you come and have a drink with us?
Of course, I might not fit. I can kind of squeeze down.
The door does seem smaller with every moment, though it is not growing smaller. You can squeeze through if you try, though.
Is 9 gonna fit?
I'm not even gonna try.
Well, see you on the other side, 9.
You squeeze through.
Yep.
9, what do you do?
That's weird. Seems like some impossible space bullshit. Is this what the dreaming is usually like?
Usually like a beach and a boat. And
We've got all that outside.
And the boat goes to the drinking place.
I think the wizard put us to sleep.
Are you
Summoning
coming or
my
not?
boat.
What are you doing?
I was summoning my boat.
Just crashed through the wall.
Does anybody hear a boat?
Splash.
Killed 3 ostriches last week.
I think our ride's here.
Your boat does not immediately come. But one of the slats does say, "Does anybody hear a boat?"
Smells like boat in here.
I was hoping it would be a boat. I mean, are you coming, Nine?
No.
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 What are you doing, 9?
How do you wake up from the dreaming without killing yourself?
Good question.
Open a portal in
Last time I took a boat,
the dream.
And that woke you up.
I took the boat and it got me back to the booze closet.
That seems like something we would try.
Have you ever tried messaging someone while in the dreaming?
No. I don't think so.
Hey, message that guy we just talked to and ask him why he dumped us in the dreaming.
Where are we in the dreaming?
Let's say yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll recite it word for word. It's okay. So I'll cast sending to the spell general.
Alright.
And I'll say, my magic trick associate wants to know why you dumped us in the dreaming. I don't know why you would ask that. It's like so silly.
Have fun finding your way out, jackass. I'm going to be enjoying this quite a lot.
He said, have fun finding your way out, jackass.
Message
Sorry,
the
his words,
president.
not mine. I mean, I can. Do you think he's really worth bothering right now? I mean, he's so busy all the time.
That's a fair point. If he didn't want anything to do with this asshole.
And
But he seemed to respect you to a certain degree.
I don't think it was respect. I think he.
No, it's just
sees
that
me
real
as like a
recognizes
man.
real is all.
I mean, I can try.
You can ask him for that trick that explodes people through memories or whatever.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
He might be keen to share that one.
All right.
And then after that, you should probably message the other two assholes about, wherever the hell they are. Probably don't know they're asleep.
Also, me, Jordan, remembering that I have like so many anti-magic grenades and stuff that we didn't even think about using until now. Cool. Literally a big water balloon of anti-magic that could have just
Yes.
dumped on him. Okay, well, yeah, I'll cast something on the President of Magic. Use some more sorcerer points for that.
Alright. Yes. What do you send?
Spell General trapped us in the dreaming, told us about a memory murder technique. Would love to know that one if you could tell us. Also, how do we get out?
Call this jackass. Has hurt our feelings.
He's a real bully. Also, there is a 5% chance of failure if he's in a different dimension.
Okay, please roll me that.
I don't know. Does he hang out in the dreaming?
Not a natural one, so.
Alright. Your thoughts are suddenly snatched from your brain, and
Again.
a very tall man in what appears to be a bathrobe of some kind, with a scorpion for a head, appears in front of you. It says, "Have you ever used a dream liaison before?"
A dream, what?
A dream liaison.
No, I don't think so.
We have made a sort of cottage industry out of helping connect people to other people when they're in different states of consciousness. So you've not used us before, is what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
First time customer.
So, yes, usually the Lords Neverborn have kind of a blockade on thoughts that go out of the dreaming. I am happy to run that blockade for you, but it may cost you. Would you like to open a line of credit?
Well, how much will it cost?
We usually start with one soul.
Do you
One
take
Um,
drugs?
Um,
Yeah, usually-
drugs?
Yeah, drugs
Like,
is usually.
What kind of drugs?
Generally, we have sawdust, but as of late,
Do you
we
have any
are-
dream drugs? Because, you know,
if you mix sawdust with absinthe, that sounds like a dream drug to
the
me.
what do you think the sawdust does? Your perception of what it does at this very moment will determine whether it's of any use to me.
It cracks people the fuck out.
That sounds good to me. How much do you have?
See, a friend.
Language works. Malleable is a
Can you
close
express
word, I
it to me in
suppose.
music? Ah,
says.
yes, I see.
There, you may feel like you owe far more later, if more is the right word compared to now. But if you just pay me now, your having paid will not change, if that makes any sense.
Very high interest rate.
Is there a mushroom-coated dwarf near us? In the immediate vicinity, because that is said.
That is an impossible question. Sorry.
Great.
Besides, I am here and now because you have tried to do a thing here and now. I can help with that. I'm not really...
Weren't you going to send us a message?
don't really exist outside of that, as it were.
Cool. Hang on. Can you message dumbass?
What-
That wasn't nice. Hilarious, not dumb.
Right. Okay. Yes, I figured out which one you're talking about. Okay.
Tell her how to
Send-
get to our exact spot from possibly
How
the
did
goose
we
hole.
get to our exact spot?
Couple lefts, maybe a right.
All right. Oh shit. Couple lefts, maybe a right. Look for the torn open wallpaper where there are some sloths at a bar.
Sloths.
Was it sloths?
It was sloths. You may have perceived them as sloths, but they were
I
sloths.
think I misheard you.
Oh, sorry.
I was like,
I mean, that
this
would make
is a
sense.
weird dreamlike state. Yes, okay, if they were the sloths, that
Yes.
makes sense why they're connecting. Okay. I have their coins and everything.
Ah, shit. You and Solaire are approaching a table where there's a very sad-looking butler with an elephant nose. He's got a lot of dice. He has far too many dice in his hand. His fingers are... they're very, very long, but that just seems natural considering the number of dice that he has to hold. He says, "Are you putting it all on black? I suggest you put it all on black. This is not a craps table. This is not a roulette table. This is just a table, and he's holding dice. They are not black dice.
You're the one that gambles.
It's a very good day for black."
But the other idiots want us.
He raises his wine glass and drinks some wine with his nose.
Why'd he bother raising it?
That's a good question.
To be classy, of course.
Well, let's go find the other idiots.
Oh,
Come off the roof eventually.
No, they said they're down a couple lefts in a hallway, and there's wallpaper, and there's sloths.
perfect.
They're down a couple lefts down a hallway,
From
and
what?
there's wallpaper and sloths.
A couple of lefts from that.
I don't know. I will cast locate object on something that they're wearing.
Like what?
His armor.
Kind of looking on
his
explosives.
giant armor.
Yeah.
His armor. Okay. Let's see. Are there... They are down that corridor.
Let's go down that corridor.
I have someone else in that one.
Yes.
One of the previous times I was here, I went on a great adventure and visited this crazy place where we killed a butler. It was regrettable.
Indeed.
But just business is business. And they had a lot of assorted gems. There were like these
Oh,
assorted
really?
dream gems, and I thought maybe you might find value in them.
Oh, I would happily take a look.
I will show him what I have written down as assorted gems from Dream Orphanage.
Okay. With his pincers on his scorpion body head, he picks up a ruby and examines it carefully. Oh, this is a very good sword. Yes, I will take this.
Oh. Assorted souls for
He then immediately disappears. And
I know what those were.
and you sent the message to the president of magic.
Yes.
And can you remind me what you asked him or told him?
We told him Spell General was a bully and trapped us in the dreaming, and also how do we do the memory murder dreaming thing?
You fools, why have you meddled with things far beneath you? I have not the centuries to teach you such technique, but take this with my blessings and bother me no further. And he... that thing,
Yep. That thing.
that thing, yeah.
And next time.
Yeah, next time on D&D. Yeah, we're gonna break here for tonight.
it's kind of close
The
anyways.
GM has just blue screen. You can't get to
Yeah.
What will he give us? Find out next time.
We can't just have a spell scroll to blow that guy up.
Just take Cloud Kill and be gone with you.
The scroll of delete Spell General.
Man, Cloud Kill is not that useful.
It's good if you have a cloud and you want to kill somebody.
Thank you, Taylor.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for playing. Can you please close the stream? Yes.